I have another story. A few years ago, my friends and I went to my parents' house in LA because we went to college in Orange County, which is like an hour away. But my parents were out of town, so we were like, let's go to LA for a night. So we go to LA, and then we decided to go to a USC football game. So we call an Uber, we go to the game, and after the game, I realized that I couldn't find my house keys anywhere. So I figured that I must have left them in the Uber just because I didn't open my bag at all during the game, so I didn't see how they would have fallen out. So they must have fallen out in the Uber when we first got in after I left my house. So I called the Uber driver, and at first he didn't pick up the phone. And eventually he picked up the phone, and I was like, hi, I think I forgot something in your car. And he goes, I don't have your keys. And I was like, I didn't say I lost my keys. But yeah, I did. Are you sure you don't have them? And he was like, no, sorry. And then he hung up the phone, and then he stopped picking up. So my friends and I were like, well, that's sketchy. He definitely has my house keys, and he knows where I live because he picked us up from there. But whatever, let's just go back home and try to figure it out. So we go back to my parents' house, and we go inside through the garage because I had a code you could do to go in, and everything inside the house seemed normal. Like, it didn't seem like anyone broke in. So we were like, okay, that's a good sign. But I was like, I'm still gonna put the house alarm on just in case while we sleep. So I put the alarm on, we go and get ready for bed, and as we're getting ready for bed, the alarms trip. So we were like, he's here. He has my house keys. He knows where I live. The Uber guy is here. So we're all freaking out. And then my friend goes, hello? And we were like, no, why would you do that? They do that in movies and then they die. Now he knows where we're located. So we're mad at my friend. We're crying. The alarms are still going off. There's probably a man downstairs with a knife. And eventually the alarm company calls my phone and they're like, hi, your alarms are going off and you still haven't turned them off. Do you want us to send someone? And I was like, yes, please send someone. I think there's an intruder in the house. So they sent the cops. The cops did a sweep. They didn't find anyone. They said that the alarms probably scared them off, so we're probably fine. Anyway, that's the end of the story. We're too scared to sleep there that night, so we drove back to Orange County, and yay for alarm. Tell me about a time where you felt like your life was in danger because of a man. I'll go first. A few years ago, I moved to London because I wanted to become an actor, and I didn't have an agent yet, so I was applying to these casting calls through these various casting websites, and I got a response from someone saying, hi, we really would like for you to come in for an audition. Our office is located at da-da-da-da-da, you'll be meeting with da-da-da-da-da, here's the project information. So I looked everything up and it all seemed really legit. So I was like, okay, cool, this is a real audition, I'm gonna go. So I go to where their office is, I ring the bell, they buzz me in, I walk down this long hallway and I knock on the door of, the number that I was supposed to go to. And this man like slightly opens the door and goes, hi, are you here for the audition? And I was like, yes, I am. And he goes, oh great, come in. So I go inside and I couldn't really see inside the place at this point, but I go inside, he closes the door, he locks the door, and I look around. I'm not in an office. I'm inside this man's apartment. And he just locked the door and I'm locked inside. So inside I'm freaking out because I know that something is very, very wrong, but I'm trying not to show that because I want to stay in control of the situation. And I want to get myself out of it safely. So I was like, okay, I need to stay calm. I need to figure this out. So he tells me to go into the living room, which is right to the left, and there's like another door to go through. So I go through it. He closes that door, locks that door. I was like, okay, this is bad. So he tells me to sit on the sofa, and he goes, I have a demo reel of what the project is going to be like. Would you like to see it? I was like, sure. So he puts it on his laptop, which is like on a desk over there, and he goes and stands in the kitchen on the other side of the room. So he's watching me about to watch this video. So the video starts playing, and it's an adult video of this girl who's in lingerie, and who's also not in lingerie in some parts, and she's covered in red substance, which looks like blood. So he's watching me watch this video, except I'm not watching the video. I am memorizing everything that's in that space, like everything that's in my view that I can use as a weapon. So there was a pencil, there was a lamp, there was like a frame with, like a glass frame. I was there for 8 minutes taking everything in to see what I could use in case he tried something on me. So the video stops playing and he goes, so what did you think? Would you like to be in our project? And I was like, honestly, I just started out acting and I don't think that I'm ready for this type of project, but thank you for the consideration. I hope that you find, the right actress for your project. And he goes, wait, you're an actress. You shouldn't say no. You should always try to improve so you can learn. Don't worry, I have an idea. Let's do a role play scenario. Imagine that you're locked inside a house, let's say inside this space, and you're trying to escape, and someone is trying to stop you, so I will try to stop you. So he wants to role play a scenario where I'm trying to escape and he's trying to stop me. Obviously, if we role played that, that would give him permission to touch me and to, stop me from leaving. So I was like, I honestly don't feel comfortable doing that kind of role play because I really don't think I'm ready as an actor to be put into that kind of situation. So thank you so much. Again, good luck with finding the right actress for your project. So I get up and I go to the door, which was locked, and I stand there and I look at him. And he stares at me, and we stare at each other for 1 minute. And I'm waiting for him to, come and unlock the door because I can't get out. So we're looking at each other, and he gets up, walks over to the door, unlocks it, unlocks the entrance door. I bolt. I have never felt so scared in my life. And if I didn't stay calm, I don't know how I would have gotten out of that situation. I'm gonna end it there. Girls, tell me about a time where your quick thinking probably saved your life. I'll go first. 2 years ago, I was walking my dog at the park, and a man approached me and asked to take a picture of her. And I said yes, because why not? It's a picture of a dog. So he starts taking a picture of my dog, and then I realized that he was like holding up her collar, and then it hit me. My address is on that collar. He's not taking a picture of my dog, he's taking a picture of my address. So I told him that I actually didn't feel comfortable with him having a picture of my dog, and I asked him to delete it. So he deletes it and then like starts walking away really fast. And I was like, "Excuse me, sir, no, could you also go into your deleted album and delete it from there?" And he goes, "I don't have a deleted album." And I was like, "You have an iPhone, everybody has a deleted album, could you please delete the picture?" And he was like, "Sorry, I don't have a deleted album," and like keeps walking away. And keep in mind, this is like 2 PM in a park, like there's other people around. So now I'm like chasing after him, and I'm telling him, "Sir, I know you have the album, I will show you where the album is, can you please go onto your phone so that we can delete the picture?" So I'm still chasing after him, and people at the park are like starting to look at us now because I'm chasing after him and I'm telling him to stop walking. And so he stops, and I tell him again to delete the photo from the deleted album, and he goes, "I don't have a deleted album." And I was like, "Yes, you do. Everybody does. It'll take 10 seconds. And he goes, "Fine." And he like goes on his phone and does something for a second. He goes, "There, it's gone." And I was like, "Could I see the deleted album just to make sure it's gone?" And he goes, "No, you can't look at my phone." And I was like, "I don't want to look at your phone. I just want to see the album just to make sure the picture is gone. That's it." And he goes, "No, you're not going to look at my phone." And I was like, "Sir, I'm not going to stop and I'm not going to leave until you show me the album. So please just show me the album so we can be done with this." So he shows me the album. The picture was still there. So I made him delete it in front of my eyes. What if I hadn't noticed that he took a picture of my address? And what if I went home that day and, that night when I took my dog out to pee, he was outside waiting for me? I mean... Part 2. So we go back to my parents' house and we go inside through the garage because I had a code you could do to go in, and everything inside the house seemed normal. Like it didn't seem like anyone broke in. So we were like, okay, that's a good sign. But I was like, I'm still gonna put the house alarm on just in case while we sleep. So I put the alarm on, we go and get ready for bed, and as we're getting ready for bed, the alarms trip. So we were like, he's here. He has my house keys. He knows where I live. The Uber guy is here. So we're all freaking out. And then my friend goes, "Hello?" And we were like, no, why would you do that? They do that in movies and then they die. Now he knows where we're located. So we're mad at my friend. We're crying. The alarms are still going off. There's probably a man downstairs with a knife. And eventually the alarm company calls my phone and they're like, "Hi, your alarms are going off and you still haven't turned them off. Do you want us to send someone?" And I was like, "Yes, please send someone. I think there's an intruder in the house." So they sent the cops. The cops did a sweep. They didn't find anyone. They said that the alarms probably scared them off, so we're probably fine. Anyway, that's the end of the story. We're too scared to sleep there that night, so we drove back to Orange County, and yay for alarm. I have one more story of mine, just one more. So when I was, I want to say 17, I was driving my car and I was at a red light, and so I was gonna go straight, and then the lane next to me was gonna turn left, so there was a car there, and I was here at the red light. And I had an SUV, and the car next to me was also an SUV, so I could, see into that car. So I'm waiting at the red light. It's like, I don't know, 10 p.m. or something. And I look over, and the driver in the car was pleasuring himself at the red light. I could see everything. Obviously, I looked away, but I saw everything, and this is why I always wear gloves or take a tissue when I get gas at the gas station, because that's gross. Another day, another story, and this one also happened at my college house, so the same house from my last video. So I had class one night, and it was a late class. It was like from 7 to 10 p.m. So after class, around 10:15, I was driving home, and as I got closer to my house, I noticed a man was standing outside our house and staring at our house. So I was like, oh, that's weird. So I'm, driving up, and then I saw that the man's hand was moving around his waist area. And then as I got closer, I realized that the man was actually pleasuring himself, staring at our house at 10:15 p.m. So I drove into our garage, because our garage was connected to our house. I drove
in, and I was like, oh my god, what is this man doing? I called my roommates. They came to my car, and I was like, guys, there's a man standing outside pleasuring himself. What do we do? So we called the cops. I gave a description of the guy, but he was gone by the time that they came, and the cops drove up and around our street, and they couldn't find him, and they gave up. And that's the story of the man pleasuring himself outside our house at 10 p.m.